What we're going to talk about here are some basic ways in which we can practice in hearing God's voice. Some of the exercises here are going to list several ways that we can minister to people with, it seems like a quota in a day or a week or a month. It's not the intent to create a quota. We're just setting a number just to make us more deliberate about thinking about how we're hearing God's voice throughout the day. The intent is to make us more intentional, not to really set a quota. When God highlights someone for us to give a word to, it's usually going to look something like this. God's going to highlight someone to us. We may notice a yellow shirt. We might get an intuition or a feeling. We then have to decide that we're going to engage with that person, and it's either a yes or a no at that point. Oftentimes, we'll have an internal debate about this. As soon as we recognize the internal debate, we can be sure that God did highlight that person. It's really that easy, and that the flesh is getting into the way. Just go and pray for them. Once we decide to engage with the person, we should ask God about what He wants us to do. God is normally going to show us something. The hardest part 100% of the time for almost everyone is getting the conversation started. We have to simply start by engaging with them in some way. Just start up a conversation and don't force it. 70% of Americans still say that they're Christian. 96% of Americans believe in God. Even with the atheists in America, only a very small percentage of them are the vocal, angry atheists. And I've found that as I've ministered to probably 2,000, 3,000 people over the last few years, that I don't get negative responses when I give a positive word or if I ask to pray for the people. Every once in a while, someone will say no. I've had 2 encounters with people where it was a little bit awkward, but I haven't had any bad experiences with 2,000 or 3,000 times that I've done this. See, once we've started to engage with the person, we then speak the word God is given to us for him or to her. Don't add to it. We just give what God has shown us. And if we're giving an actual prophetic word to a person, as opposed to a word of knowledge, or a word of wisdom, or a word of encouragement, there should be a prescriptive element involved. We'll talk about that later. After the encounter, think about how it went, what went well, what went as planned, what didn't go as planned, what kind of feedback we got, and learn from it. Imagine if you do this 3 times a day for a year, you're going to have 1,000 opportunities to learn from it and to grow closer with God. If possible, we follow up with the person the next chance that we get. Again, this will give us more feedback. The fear of man is the biggest deterrent to this type of ministry in stepping out to hear God's voice more effectively. We got to get over the fear of man. The potential of coming across the 1 in 10,000 people who is really angry causes us to fear the encounter. Don't let the fear win. This is going to be fun.